Hi YouTube, this is Bayu here. More than likely this is going to be the last time we roll video. My producer computer is fully charged. The camera is fully charged. But I decided to do the last one on the phone because this information needs to go out real quick. Okay, if you are a U.S. citizen, you probably heard about Senator Cruz going to Mexico and with the family and the daughters and left the little dog behind. Snowflake. I like the name. But if you don't understand geopolitics, you stuck in one train of thought because that's what they feed you with. Now I was watching this guy right here on my left, your left too. He's a reporter, a little YouTuber, very famous YouTuber in Mexico. He got almost 1.4 million followers, and he's very close to the president, by the way. So he gets information from the Secretaría de Información, and then he gets the stuff quicker than La Reforma, which is the biggest newspaper in Mexico, Mexico City. And that was interesting because yesterday he was telling us about the Mexico exposing the U.S. being, oh, my, how the U.S. was taking all the vaccines from the world. And last night, the U.S. the President Biden issued a communique that $4 billion will be donated to the UN. $4 billion for vaccine. And then in this new meeting with the G7, China and Russia will talk about the U.S. policy with vaccine. So at the beginning, it was not clear what was the intention, but Mexico represents Latin America, which is a big chunk of the population in 32 countries. It's a de facto representation because Brazil, who's in charge, and Argentina right now, they're being submerged with so many problems that they cannot handle geopolitics. So he also reported, he reported from a little tweet that it was given by the ambassador of Russia in Mexico about the talk between the number two, Canciller number two, and the Russian Canciller number two, meaning U.S. Secretary of State number two, the second person. That Russia affirmed the Russian government affirms the Mexican government and the Mexican people they will not leave Mexico alone, and they already sending this boat right here full of liquid petroleum LGP. So it took me a little bit of time to understand why was the immediate response from Russia, because this happened the Texas governor outlawed the sale of gas to Mexico, to anybody. He did not say Mexico yesterday. And then immediately you have Cruz flying to Mexico, so-called vacation. And then immediately the Russian calling the Mexican saying, hey, you're not alone. We're not going to let you be alone without gas. So my question was, why the importance of Mexico for the Russian at the world stage? And again, this person right here told me that, reported that Mexico just became part of the United Nations Security Council. Not the permanent members, but the whole United Nations Security Council. So Mexico has some power, de facto power, that the U.S. will never have now, because you got China, you have Russia, you have Mexico now. So, and the friendly to the other three countries. So the U.S., geopolitically speaking, is extremely minority, and it probably will be overruled because the way that they do business is, oh my God. This is why the first U.S. manufactured car in the world has dropped to number 6. So they are number 6 selling cars around the world because The way that they do business is not the way that the world wants to do business. Okay, you can understand it the way you want to understand it. And if you want the market that you don't sell, you don't eat. Plain and simple. So you need to follow this very close, because remember, the U.S. is opposing the finishing of the Stream 2 pipe, number 2. The Germans are not saying anything. And now with the problem with Texas, which is the largest exporter of gas, canceling the order because we have this bad weather. Oh, by the way, I also got a busted pipe, but good thing it was in my garage. And this is the pipe of the washing machine, but we had it under control. So and it's not a big deal to fix it, because I've done it before. Water here, but with that in the ceiling, that's bad news, guys. That's bad news. It should be on the ground, not on the ceiling. Okay, so gas is very important, and it is the future for power generation. You saw what happened. You saw what happened, that the U.S. has problem with at least half of the states at the southern part of the U.S. And then who are willing to help overnight. You don't have to get the Congress involved. You don't have to have permission, this and that, like they do business here in Washington. Which to me sounds like brain dead approach, because by the time they decide what to do, somebody else is offering the merchandise cheaper price. Okay, guys, you need to start working now, listening international news, and not necessarily Western news, because they all have to get the same script. Go out of the box. Read Russian news, read news that tends to the left, because they give you a better, wider picture, so you can make your own conclusion. Now, if you don't have the mental ability to for geopolitics, you're going to be spoon-fed. Sorry, but that's the way it is. However, if you are listening to this video, I know that you understand this, and you are different than the average person. Get ready, guys. Get your passport if you don't have one, because you might need it. You might need a passport. I hope it doesn't come to that way, but have it ready. Talk to you later. Behave. Bye.